and help build homes and rebuild lives.
Hey, John, why so glum?
I just got let go. The company's downsizing. This is the third time in the last 2 years. I'm done with this.
Have you thought about My Computer Career? I've heard they can train you for a career in IT in just a few months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI. And you don't need prior training or experience. Now that's a recession-resistant career.
Wow, thanks. I'll check them out.
Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation. mycomputercareer.edu.
Financial aid is available for qualified students, including the GI Bill.
Sponsored by Robert Half. Robert Half research indicates 9 out of 10 hiring managers are having difficulty hiring. Robert Half is here to help. Their recruiting professionals use proprietary AI to connect businesses with highly skilled talent. At Robert Half, they know talent. Visit roberthalf.com today.
This weekend, cheer on Olympic hopefuls as they compete for a spot in the Paris 2024 Olympic Games at Montgomery Whitewater. Montgomery Whitewater is partnering with the American Canoe Association and the U.S. Olympic and Paralympic Committee to bring the canoe slalom and kayak cross-Olympic team trials to Montgomery this weekend. Festivities begin this Thursday night with Olympic-themed trivia at Eddie's Restaurant. Live music starts Friday night on the patio at 6 p.m. Team trials races start at 9 a.m. Saturday and Sunday with live music at 5 p.m. Saturday night. For more info, check out MontgomeryWhitewater.com.
News Radio 1440 is everywhere you are. On the radio, online at newsradio1440.com, and on our app. You can also listen on your smart home speaker. News Radio 1440.
It's 5 till. America in the Morning continues. Authorities in Canada are investigating after a man was shot outside of the Toronto mansion belonging to the rapper Drake. Entertainment correspondent Margie Zaraletta reports.
Toronto police are not confirming whether Drake was home when the shooting happened outside his home, but they say he is cooperating.
I can say that we've already collected some video evidence which captures the incident.
Inspector Paul Krutchek says a security guard was injured.
When officers arrived, they located a male who was suffering from an apparent gunshot wound. That male was taken to hospital in serious condition. That person was working apparently as a security guard at the residence. He was standing outside of the gates in front of the residence when the shooting occurred.
Audio courtesy CTV. Krutchek says police have video of the incident, but it's too early to give a description of the vehicle or the suspects. He also says it's too early to say whether it's connected to a public feud with rapper Kendrick Lamar, which has heated up recently with both rappers releasing songs attacking each other. I'm Margie Zaraletta.
Today is Wednesday, and fans of the Netflix series of the same name received surprising news about who will be part of the Season 2 cast. Kevin Carr has the story.
Fans of the Netflix series Wednesday got a snappy announcement yesterday.
Hello, Finn. More torture awaits.
After some delay due to the Hollywood labor strikes last year, the second season of the wildly popular Addams Family spinoff is finally in production. Earlier this year at the Emmys, star Jenna Ortega told E! News what fans might expect.
We're definitely leaning into a little bit more horror, but I think everything's bigger. It's a lot more action-packed. It feels a little bit, I think each episode will probably feel a little bit more like a movie.
Catherine Zeta-Jones and Louise Guzman, who played Wednesday's parents, Morticia and Gomez Adams, have been moved to the main cast. New series regulars include Billy Piper, Evie Templeton, Owen Painter, Noah Taylor, and Steve Buscemi.
How do you do, fellow kids?
What?
This season's guest stars include Tandy Way Newton, Haley Joel Osment, Heather Matarazzo, Frances O'Connor, and Yona Suotamo, with Joanna Lumley as Grandmama Adams. Christopher Lloyd, who played Uncle Fester in the Addams Family movies in the 90s, will also guest star.
My name is Fester. It means to rot.
But not as Fester. That part's already taken. Jamie McShane, who played the sheriff in season 1, has been reduced to a supporting role. Naomi J. Ogawa, who played a student, will not return, and neither will Percy Hines White, who played a love interest for Wednesday. This comes as no surprise since White has been rumored to have been dropped from the cast following a string of misconduct allegations last year. I'm Kevin Carr.
That's our show for today, Wednesday, May 8th, 2024. America in the Morning is produced by Jeff McKay. Production assistants, Christian Matos. Senior producer, Kevin Delaney. I'm John Trout. This is Westwood One.
Hi, I'm Dr. Anita Chandra with today's tip for kids from the American Academy of Pediatrics. As a parent, it can be scary to hand the car keys to your teenager. To help your teen stay safe, be a good role model and follow traffic laws yourself. Set rules for your teen, including wearing a seatbelt, driving only during the day, and with limited distractions, including from their passengers. Finally, make sure your teen knows it is never okay to text and drive. For a sample driving agreement for teens, visit healthychildren.org. Child finances crazy. It's just something control.
That's true. How you thrill me.
You don't have to miss a second of your favorite talk show at home or at work. Listen on your smart speaker, on your Alexa or Google smart home device. News Radio 1440.
News Radio 1440, WLWI AM, the home of the Dan Bongino Show.
Also on 95.1 HD3 FM, Montgomery, Alabama.
A Cumulus media station. This is the CBS News World News Roundup, sponsored by O'Reilly Auto Parts.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. New pressure on Israel over the war in Gaza. CBS News confirms the Biden administration has paused a weapons delivery to Israel. Correspondent David Martin has our top story.
The official said the U.S. was concerned about the impact those bombs could have in a dense urban area. The official added that the administration is also reviewing whether to go ahead with a delivery of other precision-guided weapons. For weeks, the Biden administration has been warning Israel not to go through with the Rafah operation, but this is the first time the U.S. has actually restricted weapon shipments.
On Capitol Hill, House Republicans are holding a first-of-its-kind hearing this morning. They'll explore accusations of rising anti-Semitism in grades K through 12 since the October 7th attack on Israel. District leaders from New York City, Berkeley, California, and Montgomery County, Maryland are all expected to testify. Yet another round of severe weather has devastated the nation's midsection. Two separate tornadoes touched down in Portage, Michigan, near Kalamazoo.
Your house being there 1 second, and the next thing you know, it's just, you can't live there anymore.
Dozens of workers had to be rescued after a FedEx facility was ripped apart. There are no reports of serious injuries. As Stormy Daniels was going into detail about an alleged tryst with Donald Trump at his hush money trial in New York, a federal judge in Florida delivered some hopeful news for the former president. She scrapped a May court date in another case and didn't reschedule. Correspondent Robert Costa.
Trump allies at the classified documents case, they've been on the edge of their seat for a long time, that he could face a federal trial about his handling of classified materials. Now, Florida federal judge Eileen Cannon has decided to indefinitely postpone that trial. That means, not guaranteed, that Trump may not face a trial on classified records before the election or ever.
A nationwide restaurant chain is dropping a popular drink. CBS's Chanel Call.
Panera Bread says it is phasing out its charged sips caffeinated drinks amid lawsuits alleging that the beverages caused 2 cardiac-related deaths. Another lawsuit alleges the company's charged lemonade left a customer with long-term heart problems. Panera has not commented on the pending lawsuits.
New data show a vast majority of doctors, engineers, scientists, lawyers, and the like are using some form of artificial intelligence at work. Microsoft's Jared Spataro says that's exactly what companies are aiming for.
71% of leaders say that they'd rather hire a less experienced candidate with AI skills than a more experienced candidate without them.
S&P futures are down 8, Dow futures off 20. This is CBS News.
Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts. You have 3 ex-wives and your current trophy wife wants a life insurance policy 3 times the size of the policies you had to purchase for your previous mistakes? If so, you need to call Big Lou at Term Provider, 800-230-2777. Big Lou is intimately familiar with your problems, and if you're 50 or 60 years old and in reasonably good health, a $1 million policy should only cost about $100 to $200 per month. Big Lou may have a solution for your previous policies as well. You may even save enough money to lighten the load on your new $1 million policy. Remember, call Big Lou. He's like you, except he's only on number 2. Call Term Provider at 800-230-2777. That's 800-230-2777 for $1 million in term life insurance that you can live with. Call Big Lou at 800-230-2777. 800-230-2777.
A travel upgrade for women's basketball.
The WNBA's commissioner says the league intends to fund full-time charter flights this season for all 12 teams. They've had to rely on commercial flights in the past.
The Indiana Fever select Caitlin Clark.
But thanks to the popularity of rookies Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese and a tighter schedule due to the upcoming Olympics, the league says it'll invest $25 million over the next 2 seasons to get planes in place as soon as possible. WNBA players are still fighting for higher pay. Matt Piper, CBS News.
New move to bring down a storied home.
Well, I've got to be going.
The new owners of Marilyn Monroe's Spanish colonial-style house in LA's Brentwood neighborhood have filed a lawsuit against the city for the right to demolish it. In January, fans and conservationists celebrated when the Cultural Heritage Committee recommended it for landmark status in an effort to save it. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
You do everything you can for your family. A nice home, good food, family fun, and the right medical care. You plan ahead for your kids' future and their education. That's all great, unless something unexpected happens to you. If you were to die, who would pay the mortgage and all the other bills? Would your family have to sell their home just to survive? That's why you need to call Term Provider for the lowest rates available on quality term life policies, period. Rates for term life are at all-time lows, and Term Provider could save you 50, 60, even 70%. Already have coverage? Call and see if you're paying too much. Term Provider could save you thousands. And if your health isn't perfect, even more reason to call. We'll match you with the right policy, even if you have weight issues like diabetes or high blood pressure. Right now, your family's protected. Make sure that protection continues if something unexpected happens to you. Call for a free quote and see if you can save up to 70%. Call 800-511-3535 now. That's 800-511-3535. 800-511-3535.
Good morning, peoples.
Not Lewis from the Capital Oyster Bar, but I have a message from Lewis at the Capital Oyster Bar. Wednesday, May 8th, Capital Oyster Bar.
It is a great day to be alive.
We'll be open for lunch, but Capital Oyster Bar will close at 3 p.m. Wednesday, May 8th. Normal business days and hours return Thursday, but Wednesday, May 8th, Capital Oyster Bar will be closed for lunch.
Think identity theft won't happen to you? Think again. There's a new victim every 3 seconds in the U.S., over 15 million this year alone, and many don't even know they're victims. LifeLock alerts you to identity threats you could miss even when you monitor your credit. If your identity's stolen, a dedicated U.S.-based restoration specialist will work to fix it. No one can prevent all identity theft, but everyone can save up to 25% their first year with my name Clay as the promo code at lifelock.com.
EasyCater, 100,000 restaurants, one platform. Need food for a meeting or a company event? EasyCater has everything you need to make food for work, work. With easy online ordering and reordering. Save your favorite orders, make edits as needed, and click. We even help you with expenses by keeping your receipts all in one place, which means all you need to do is sit back and enjoy the food. From ordering to reporting, EasyCater has everything to make food for work, work. Order 24/7 at easycater.com.
Don't miss Sean Hannity.
Biden incoherently adheres
Live this afternoon at 2 p.m. on News Radio 1440. Your WSFA First Alert Weather Forecast on News Radio 1440.
Sponsored by Blindster.com. Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. At Blindster, we offer over 50 different custom window treatments, including faux wood blinds and shutters, all at prices less than retail. Plus, we'll send you free samples before you buy. Don't hire an expensive pro. Do it yourself and save big at Blindster.com.
Hey, Josh Johnson here, 92 today. We'll feel the heat, no doubt about it. Only a small rain chance. A higher rain chance arrives tomorrow and tomorrow night and early Friday morning. A few of those storms could be strong to severe along the way. The main concern, damaging wind west, highs in the upper 80s on Thursday, turning cooler by Friday afternoon with a high near 82. Sunshine and comfortably cool for the weekend ahead with highs near 80, overnight lows dropping into the 50s. That's your First Alert Forecast. I'm WSFA Chief Meteorologist Josh Johnson on News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch traffic brought to you by Sons Automotive, family owned, family driven on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, Montgomery. So far, so good. Your Wednesday off day holds no major problems or accidents. Interstate systems moving smoothly. Keep listening. We'll keep you posted.
Come by and check out the next generation compact track motors at Thompson Tractor. With more power and a larger cab, this machine is built to impress. Join Thompson Tractor at their Montgomery demo event tomorrow, Thursday, May 9th. Buckle up, front and back. It's the law. For Montgomery Skywatch Traffic, this is Major Delay.
Good morning, I'm Jasmine Williams at WSFA 12 News. Here's what's happening this Wednesday. Alabama lawmakers have a lot of legislation to pass and only one working day left to do it. One of the bigger bills, gambling legislation, is still up for discussion. Lawmakers did manage to pass the state's general fund budget yesterday, a $3.4 billion budget for fiscal year 2025. After several recent shootings, residents in Montgomery met up at the city council meeting to make their voices heard. During that meeting, Montgomery Mayor Stephen Reed announced that he is working with the Alabama law enforcement agency to help the police department. Also in Montgomery, the end of the school year marks the end of an era for Sidney Lanier High School. The historic school will close its doors at the end of the month. The school on South Court Street first opened in 1929. Lanier's final senior class will graduate May 15th. I'm Jasmine Williams with your morning headline.
The thought of my sons growing up without me inspired me to quit smoking.
I talked to my doctors, and then I threw away all my cigarettes, ashtrays, and lighters.
I started exercising instead of smoking.
Staying away from alcohol when I was first quitting was key.
I kept on trying, learn something each time.
Do whatever it takes.
No matter how many times it takes.
We did it, so can you.
For free help, call 1-800-QUIT-NOW. A message from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and CDC.
Hi, I'm Queen Latifah. My mom is stronger than anyone I've ever known. Growing up when life got hard, her strength helped pull us through. Even after her heart failure diagnosis, she remains stronger than ever.
My family's support keeps me strong. Together, we're rising above heart failure.
Heart failure doesn't have to steal your strength. For simple steps you can take to help prevent, improve, or manage heart failure, go to riseabovehf.org.
Sam, put your shoes on. We're headed to the doctor in 10 minutes.
Okay, Mom. Hey, am I going to have to get a shot?
Yes, it's time for your yearly vaccines. We have to make sure all your vaccines are up to date before you start back to school. I have to provide a record to the school.
Alabama law requires children of all ages to be up to date on their immunizations before attending school. Every child needs to be vaccinated against polio, diphtheria, tetanus, pertussis, also known as whooping cough, measles, mumps, rubella, and chickenpox. I got some
your money. Whatever you want to get smart about, you can find it at smartaboutmoney.org, a free online resource from the nonprofit National Endowment for Financial Education. Smartaboutmoney.org, the easy place to start when you want to get smart.
To buy your home, you became a house hunting ace, learned about loans, scoured neighborhoods, and asked the right questions. Now you're queen of your castle. If you manage that, you can get your retirement plan on track. Visiting aceyourretirement.org can help. With 401k tips and smart saving strategies, you'll feel empowered to own your retirement like you own your home. Go to aceyourretirement.org, because when it comes to clearing financial hurdles, you're an ace. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Telling it like it really is. It's the Dan Bongino Show, weekdays from 11 to 2 on News Radio 1440.
Okay. And good morning, everybody. Hope this day finds everybody doing pretty well this morning. As you rise and shine this morning, it is a Wednesday morning. It is the Wednesday, what's the day's date? I don't know what the day's date is. Okay, here it is right there. It is the 8th day of May, 2024. Now it's time for our daily bread, a word from on high, something that will change your perspective or give you a new one. Either way, it's good for the soul. So, what is everybody going to do this morning? You're going to be thankful because it is one more day, one more on top of the ground, and the ground's not on top of you. Good morning to you.
Focus on your day. The moment where you take a deep breath and change the focus from the problem to the problem solver. This is Decisions with Kevin Elkins.
Time to rise and shine, people. Time to get up. Time to get moving. You got a job? Let's get there. If you don't, get one. No such thing as being retired. Whoever came up with that word.
Tomorrow morning with you.
Yep, the old word retired. I don't know. We need to strike that word from the dictionary. Kind of like the N word, just get rid of it. Good morning to you. And today's Daily Bread, it's simply entitled Eyes to See. Our scripture insight today comes from 2 Kings 6:15 through 23. 2 Kings 6:17 reads, Elijah prayed, open his eyes, Lord, so that he may see. Govern yourselves accordingly. Eyes to see. Again, that's our daily bread for today, May the 8th, 2024.
To today's encouragement from Our Daily Bread. I'm Amy Boucher Pye, and I called our reading Eyes to See. Joy was concerned for her relative Sandy, who for years had struggled with alcoholism and mental health issues. When she went to Sandy's apartment, the doors were locked, and it appeared vacant. As she and others planned their search for Sandy, Joy prayed, God, help me to see what I'm not seeing. As they were leaving, Joy looked back at Sandy's apartment and saw the tiniest movement of a curtain. In that moment, she knew that Sandy was alive. Although it took emergency assistance to reach her, Joy rejoiced in this answered prayer. The prophet Elisha knew the power of asking God to reveal to him his reality. When the Syrian army surrounded their city, Elisha's servant shivered in fear. Not the man of God, however, for with God's help, he glimpsed the unseen. In 2 Kings chapter 6, Elisha prayed that the servant too would see, and the Lord opened the servant's eyes to see the hills full of horses and chariots of fire. God lifted the veil between the spiritual and physical worlds for Elisha and his servant. Joy believes God helped her see the tiny flicker of the curtain, giving her hope. We too can ask God to give us the spiritual vision to understand what's happening around us, whether with our loved ones or in our communities. And we too can be agents of His love, truth, and compassion. Our passage of scripture today is from 2 Kings chapter 6, verses 15 through 23. When the servant of the man of God got up and went out early the next morning, an army with horses and chariots had surrounded the city. "Oh no, my lord, what shall we do?" the servant asked. "Don't be afraid," the prophet answered. "Those who are with us are more than those who are with them." And Elisha prayed, "Open his eyes, Lord, so that he may see." Then the Lord opened the servant's eyes, and he looked and saw the hills full of horses and chariots of fire all around Elisha. As the enemy came down toward him, Elisha prayed to the Lord, "Strike this army with blindness." So he struck them with blindness, as Elisha had asked. Elisha told them, "This is not the road, and this is not the city. Follow me, and I will lead you to the man you are looking for." and he led them to Samaria. After they entered the city, Elisha said, Lord, open the eyes of these men so they can see. Then the Lord opened their eyes and they looked, and there they were inside Samaria. When the king of Israel saw them, he asked Elisha, Shall I kill them, my father? Shall I kill them? Do not kill them, he answered. Would you kill those you have captured with your own sword or bow? Set food and water before them so that they may eat and drink and then go back to their master. So he prepared a great feast for them. And after they had finished eating and drinking, he sent them away, and they returned to their master. So the bands from Aram stopped raiding Israel's territory. Let's pray together. Father of all mercies, please open my eyes to see your love and my heart to receive your grace, that I might share it with others. I pray in your precious name. Amen. Today's encouragement was provided by Our Daily Bread Ministries.
And now it's time to rise and shine, people, as we pay homage to our armed forces of the United States of America, whom without, now you guys wouldn't sleep so good at night. Just think, you send Russia, Ukraine someplace. Yeah, that's right. Appreciate what you got. You never know how long you're going to have it. But since you do have it, because a lot of young men and women, mothers, fathers, brothers, sisters, cousins, uncles, aunts, have decided to wear that uniform. And they say they sat on fences across the world. And they'll say to themselves, not on my watch. Well, let's say to them, thank you. Thank you very much, sir. Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Coast Guard, and of course, the United States Air Force. Now, what's the other one? I don't see. They're so insignificant. I forget. Airborne, whatever it is, air something. Anyway, they haven't did anything. At least not that we know of. Anyway, what is the name of that new service branch? Air Corps, Air Guard, or something? I don't know. Anyway, you know what I'm talking about. I'll think about it in a minute. Oh yeah, Space Force. That's them. And good morning to Maxwell and Gunner Air Force Base. After all, I say it all the time, this is an Air Force town. But let's never forget, Mr. Air Force, had it not been for the United States Army, there would be no Air Force. We just gave you guys your own bathroom. That's all. That's right. Sergeant Elkins reporting for duty. I'm waiting for the big one to go up. I got my boots ready. They still shine. My uniform's ready to roll. I'm waiting on the call. I probably won't get it, though. Their motto is Semper Fidelis, but the Marine Corps couldn't pronounce that. So they just cut it short. They said Semper Fi. But whether it's Semper Fidelis or Semper Fi, it all means the same thing. Always. Not sometimes, not weekends only, but always faithful. Good morning, Jarheads. It's time to rise and shine. morning, everybody. Hope this day finds you well. I hope everything's good. You know, listen, I had a great time last night, city council meeting. Okay, so I wasn't there, but I was watching it on TV, and I got some heartburn with a couple of them, but for the most part, last night, for the most part, I think our city council, you know how you get growing pains, you know, you kind of new at the job and you kind of, you don't exactly know how to handle things, but there comes a point in all of our lives where we on all of our jobs, this one, all jobs, that you finally come into your own. You know what I'm saying? You finally, I'm the greatest talk show host ever been in Montgomery. Okay, besides Don Markwell. I'm the man. Okay, and it's tough being the man for so long, but I'm up to the challenge. Well, last night at the city council meeting, last night, they did us proud. All of them did. All of them. I mean, it's one of those magical moments. Now, I disagreed with some of the stuff that some of them said yesterday. I'll get into that. And of course, it is the what do we call this segment with Tony Knight, Pastor Knight, and Kamisha and all these guys, and L. Yeah, it's called the what do you call it? The table, something about sitting at the table. Anyway, we deal with family issues from our perspective, how to make it better, why it's getting worse, what we're supposed to do about it if we can, and we invite the city of Montgomery to join in that conversation, and they'll be here at 8 o'clock sometime around that. But until then, we're going to actually again give the city council, like they came into their own last night. You know, most of them, the guys act like they had a set last night. That made me feel good because for a moment there I was wondering, you know, were they transgendery sometimes? So I'm proud of them last night. All of them. CC stepped up to the plate and had to get one of our citizens. Well, he wasn't a citizen of Montgomery, but he was a citizen. Now I'm gonna have to smack CC just a little bit. I understood his frustration though. I do. When people come into Montgomery, they don't live here, they come here and make the dollar and keep moving, and then complain and whine about how it is. Listen, trust me, I'm like Councilwoman Johnson last night. You know, listen, you don't have to come in and tell us what's going on. We know. We jumping under the table at night. Every time I backfire, bam, I'm getting under the table, getting under the bed, whatever. We know what it's like. Okay, now if you're gonna come into our little city, make a little money, then run across the bridge, that's cool. But leave your comments over there. Okay, and I understood that frustration. But on the other hand, you know, anybody who's coming into Montgomery is still subject to the same environment that we people who live here. So I'm just saying, yeah. Councilman Kellen's kind of hard on the brother, but you know, lighten up a little bit, brother. Lighten up just a little bit. But I understand the people's issues here. I understand it. Now, we as citizens, to my favorite council people, we as citizens, we have to hold somebody accountable for all of this stuff. We're not saying you're responsible, but when you run for office and you say, elect me, because I got the answer. And if you don't have any answers, why in the world are you running? So we got to hold somebody responsible for the environment by what you live in. It's like public school. Kids don't just run around and be belligerent and be disrespectful because they want to. They do it because we allow it. And our city, you know, and I got here in 91, so I've been here ever since. I lived here longer than I lived in South Bend, which is my hometown, home of Notre Dame. Go Irish. And Newt Rockney, Air Parsegian. I'm just saying, you know, I'm just reminding you the great city I'm from. But anyway, I understood the citizens and I understand the council people. But the council people took on the responsibility of running the city. But last night, I got to give them all props. Yeah, I really do. They came into their own last night, okay? Now they understand the full scope of the job is not just making ordinances. It's taking responsibility for this city and how how it is and the environment that we live in. Somebody's got to be held accountable. You know, I don't walk around with a gun. I don't have a badge. I don't hire police. I don't hire a police chief. I don't do that. You know, I try to help pay them. Okay, so with my money, they're not going to make a whole lot. I'm with you on that one. But they make a little bit off me. So anyway, they came into their own last night. I was good to see it. It was glad to see them on one accord for once. For once. Okay, so come up with some answers. We don't want to hear we can't get no police. Nobody wants that. Then do something about it. Do something about it. And throwing money every time there's an issue here, we want to throw more money at it. Well, we got people, from what I understood last night at the city council meeting, we got people who left Montgomery Police Department to make less money and go to the sheriff department. What? Wait a minute. They left a job making this much and they go to sheriff department and make less and be happier. Okay. Why is that? Anyway, 860-1440 number before I get into anything interesting this morning. Good morning. Who's this? Yes. Yes.
For you to ask them when they come just in case I don't get in. You know, some cities have the right in their ordinance and things where no outsider that does not live there will not get to speak.
But they do business here.
I don't care.
Well.
What other cities have. That's what I'm asking. If I don't get in, I want to find
Well, they're not coming. I mean, yeah, they're not coming. They're not coming. I mean, nobody from the city council is coming today. So he was here yesterday. Yeah, but it won't be from the city council. It'll be my panel on the family that they're gonna be here. But yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I guess the mayor. Well, now you were up there twice. Mm-hmm. Oh. Why's everybody against Whitewater? Yeah. 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 Mm. Okay, now first of all, let us understand something here. Now I realize you've been around a couple more years than I've been around, and you may be a little smarter than I am, but let us understand something. When the government takes the money, it's not ours. It's theirs. We give them the right to do with that money what they justly want to, long as it's legal. So it ain't our money. And if they gave me my part back, I wouldn't even notice it. So I mean, Whitewater is a great thing for Montgomery. Okay, everything we got here, everything, every tourist attraction, you know what it deals with? Just about every last one of them, the Civil War and the civil rights. And Lord knows we wouldn't be where we are today without those things. Well, we could have dealt without the Civil War, but it was what it was. Don't we want somebody to come to this city and don't have to think about color? He didn't lie. He probably didn't know. It ain't his money. He don't care. All right. Okay. All right. Well, I talk. I'm sure. I'm sure he's out somewhere listening. So I'm pretty sure he'll call in and tell me that. All right. All right. Appreciate it. Good morning. I'm doing fine. Why is their volume so low? Oh, well, I was watching it on other thing, and I heard everything fantastically on the computer anyway on Facebook. I heard it great. Right on. Don't be retired. Don't be retiring. Just keep on working, brother. Keep on working. All right. Good morning. Who's this? Good morning, Ed. On top of the ground, and the ground's not on top of me, so I'm feeling pretty good. Well, not with me today, but it may be for you, but that's okay. Yeah, yeah. Mhm. Mhm. I understand.
Well, there's no tension. I don't worry about that. And like you always say, God may help. God may help and earth. That includes the ground. And how can you put God, the ground, the earth, rocks and water before God? I just think I haven't figured it out yet. I'm sure you can help me with that, Kevin.
No. All right, there, Mr. Ed. It is 7:37 in the morning. Good morning. Who's this? Well, we can. Yes.
Why does it take peer pressure for the mayor of this city of Montgomery to get together all the legal honchos of the state to figure out that we need more cops on the beat? I mean, that's common sense. He should have done that the first time he became mayor.
Mm.
That's includes, I guess it's including, the sheriff's department,
Right.
all the detectives,
Mm-hmm.
all the other legal
Mm-hmm.
aspects of our state.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, peer pressure, I guess, and also the rising crime and black on black crime and people getting shot up everywhere. Another thing is, I want to see a matchup, and I paid a pretty penny to see this, a matchup between Caitlin Clark and Brittany Griner. Full court. Okay, full court. Caitlin, she was grind Brittany Griner down to the ground with them 30-foot shots. And, Brittany Griner, she don't have no, she has like a simple layup.
Right.
Little hook shot.
Right.
The backboard,
Yeah.
Of course, the Russians, they was very perplexed on Brittany Griner. They didn't know what to do. Does she use the boys' bathroom or does she use the girls' bathroom?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm with you. Yeah, that's kind of confusing for me too. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. got some. Yeah, 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 yeah. Well, keep it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Get a hotel room or something. Yeah, yeah. I'm with you. I got you. All right, appreciate it. Okay, I've got to take a break after that one because I don't know how we got there, but okay. Let's take a break and we'll be back. Yeah, listen, I don't know why. I don't really can't, discuss that. Okay, so the next one here, but I should talk last night, came into the talk last night. Couple of our guys grew up here. They looked down and go, oh, yeah, there they are. I'm a happy man on it when it comes to council in the morning. Okay, now Miss Riley, Miss Riley, and Miss Johnson. Now I realize that y'all are females on the thing, and you gotta exert a little authority. I got you there. Please, when I come back, explain to me just one thing. Now Miss Riley's not so bad, but Johnson, who I adore. But you know what? Last night, you was wrong. Okay. But you're still the city councilman, so I'm not. I'm just the mayor of the airway. But we'll talk about that when we come. Good morning to you. It's time to rise and shine. It is a great day, an absolute fantastic day to be alive. We'll be back. So who is next?
Making music for more than 25 years, but it didn't get there overnight. There were a lot of long days and nights of working just to make ends meet. Good things in life don't always come easy, but when you sweat for what you want, it makes it even sweeter when you get it. So remember to work hard, and when the opportunities present themselves, you got to be ready to grab. This message is brought to you by the United States Air Force.
Russell Wilson here. We play 60 United Way in the NFL, helping kids play at least 60 minutes a day.
Healthy kids.
To get involved, go to unitedway.org/play60.
Donate.
Are you guys going to do that every time?
Yes, of course.
Brought to you by United Way and the Ad Council.
Join Kevin Elkins for Decisions. News Radio 1440. Depend on it.
Okay, we're back. It is 7:46 in the morning. Just in case somebody really hears what time it is. We've got 14 minutes on which to arrive. You got to be there at 7:30. You might have been to the resignation. Probably fired you. Okay, I hope they didn't. I hope they did, but you never can tell. Hey, you know the difference between the boss and the diaper? No. You know it's the same about a boss and a diaper? No. Okay. All right, good morning to you. Let's go back to who's there. Good morning, Mr. Holden. Yes, sir. That's about it. Oh. No, I didn't. Listen. Why in the world did I want to take the credibility out of health? Money. Okay. Good morning, you on there.
Hey, good morning, Kevin.
Good morning.
Yeah, he took his nail on the head.
Yeah, it's true. Mm. Yeah.
This song says she was grinding her down because they play two different positions. It ain't a thing.
Yeah. Well, and probably so, but both of them are men against men. Well, I can tell you. Yeah. Yeah. Well, now you, you don't have a point there. I don't know. But you know what? I can say one. I can say one thing about people who go through those life changes, whatever you want to call them. But they always seem to be really nice people. I will say that. They always seem, good people. I just, and I got my issues too. Everybody's got their issues, so my issue just ain't that issue. But look, that's Yeah, I understand. Yeah, yeah, that's probably true. Yeah. All right. All right. Appreciate it. Okay, well, glad to see you guys are up this morning. Good morning. You're right. Well, watch out now. Watch out. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Who do you know in Alabama? Which politician in Alabama would you say is a great politician?
I'd say the great politician is the mayor. You start local. You go with the mayor. You start with city council members. You
Mm-hmm.
go all the way to the top.
Mm-hmm.
Just like he told us about that insurance, that retirees insurance, he knew that was a lie when he was telling it, but we wanted to believe him.
Now, is it possible? Oh, then because I asked him about that. Is it possible? He said it's a year thing. At the end of the year, they get to reevaluate it, and if all the concerns that all the retirees have comes to fruition, then they'll dump it. I mean, trying to save a little money though is not a bad thing, is it?
No, but why, if you want to save a little, you can save a whole lot. You can save it on your insurance and save it on all the rest of the cities. I'm going to buy you a big steak dinner
Mm.
when he changes it back. I'm going to buy you one. Because politicians don't change things back in favor of taxpayers. Never have, never will.
Okay.
But anyway, uh, we're at a crossroads right now.
Mm-hmm.
And when the wolves went down there last night, started howling, that's the only thing that get politicians' attention. And you're going to see a little change, maybe for a little, this, so all this shock and awe wears off.
Yeah, and that's it. Right, right. And I think you come at an interesting point. How do we keep the energy, the severity, and the concerns that were shown last night always there by our because last night the politicians, all those guys on that board, I was proud of them. For once, they all on one accord, and they took those citizens very seriously last night, even though they said, well, what can we do about it? Well, I don't know. That's your job, to do something about it. But they. Mhm.
They can't really do anything about it. I mean, the mayor is going to have to decide whether he wants another politically correct police chief, or either he wants to get one like is right up the street, wears a different color uniform,
Mm-hmm.
and get one like him, and then let him reestablish the reputation, the tradition, the morale of that police department, because it's shot all over the state.
Mm-hmm.
And nobody wants to come to work there.
But now, is it fair? Okay, is it now? I personally, Finley, or this last guy, I don't really care about either one of them as their position of police chief. But is it fair to put our great sheriff Derek Cunningham? I like the guy on top of this mountain when the dynamics of policing in the county is certainly different than policing in the city. Would you not agree with that?
A good hunting dog will hunt anywhere. Pat him on the head, give him good food,
Mm-hmm.
and let him hunt. But you tell him, you got to run down this yellow line. You can't get off of it. Where the squirrel runs right or left, you got to stay on it.
Mm-hmm.
And if you do get off of it, we're going to pop you on your butt. That hunting dog's going to go get back in the truck and lay down. And that's just exactly is what is happening.
So you believe that the policies of the last police chief and even the mayor, and I've asked the mayor too. When the mayor first got in office, some of the policemen told me the biggest problem he had was him, and I told him that one day on there. I said, listen, they're you. I mean, not wanting to, not when this whole pandemic excuse me, this whole epidemic of people walking our streets begging for money. He said, "Well, I don't want to arrest them." Well, why not? Put them in the car, drop them off in Prattville. I mean,
Misdemeanors, there's a couple of old sayings on the street.
Mhm.
Misdemeanors matter, and it's better to be wanted by the police than not to be wanted at all.
Well, that's true, I guess. If they feed you 3 times a day.
If your daddy don't want you, then you're going to find somebody to want you. A gang will want you.
Yeah.
Criminals will want you. But they're at a defining moment right now. The only problem is they got the same issues that the nursing profession has, the military has. They got a select few pool of people.
Well, they do.
Everybody's fighting over them, so
But-
you're going to have to come up with the best plan.
Yeah.
Sheriff's Department's fully stocked. They're fully stocked.
Yeah, with some of our folks, with some of the city policemen. But why would they leave? And that's the question that I ask. Why would they leave, go work for less money?
Why would a lieutenant give up his bars and go, give his bars up and go be a slick sleeve, start over, take $10,000 cut in pay? I mean, that's the monumental question right there.
Yeah. Well, something's wrong with that picture, for sure. Absolutely.
It's just like yesterday when a caller called in and said that we're responsible for hypo policing. Well, it's just like with the military. The military is going through the same thing. All that hypo recruiting they used to do back in the day, and all they needed was a body and pick up a rifle and put them in a uniform. Well, you can't hypo recruit anymore. You got to have soldiers. You got to have folks who know how to operate sophisticated weaponry.
Yeah.
And they have to be more selective now. So those old hypo recruiting tools they used to use back in the day, on anything and everything to get them in a uniform, that doesn't work anymore.
We probably just need to bring the draft back. So just get them out.
We're gonna have a metro form of government, whether we want it or not. Because all the folks gonna move out of Montgomery, move into the county.
I don't know. I got faith. I got faith in leadership. I think they're gonna straighten all this out.
Well, if you have faith in politicians.
Well, not the politician, but I do have faith in the system. I think we right now we're almost at a critical mass, and when you're at a critical mass, you have to come up with a solution.
Well, I told you that. That was a defining moment, and we're at a crossroads. CNN's not going to be out there like they were, the rumble on the river.
Yeah.
It's not politically correct.
All right.
It's a defining moment right now. They're going to have to make a decision on what they're going to do, which way this city's going to go.
Absolutely. Hey, appreciate it. Let me take this one last call here. Good morning, on there.
Hey, Kevin.
Yeah.
I got to make it quick. You was at the city council meeting last night?
Yeah, in the living room.
Okay. Yeah, that was off the hook, wasn't it?
I enjoyed it. Yeah.
But what took me with that heart, Kevin, right quick, is the little boy. I think
Yeah.
and the president of the city cut him off.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, listen, call me back because I got you can call me back because I gotta go. Okay, we'll be back. Let's take a break. We'll be back after that was
Not one, but midsection.
I knew that we're definitely gonna go out and
What y'all gonna talk about that?
Man, I want to get into the race. We were having talk about race. We talk about race in different aspects, as far as the crime and stuff like that. But I want to talk about race too, kind of people that want to put everything on race, where race is the. I know that's what I'm saying. But I want to talk about race because when we come down to talk about, I've been saying it because culture is the issue here, not race. But people get stuck up in the race, they can't get past that to get to the real issue.
This is an assault and doubt with the left after he was one of the speeding drivers. In a chain reaction crash that led to multiple charges. Police are looking at whether Rice assaulted a person who went to a hospital after.
Heard y'all talking about that city hall meeting last night. You're supposed to finally started speaking up about it. This is kind of we're talking about okay all day. We've been talking about this complaining and this for 5 years. It'll take 5 years to get something done. Why are you talking 5 years?
You can always what we're seeing today is started in the matter. When you hold
what about that? Oh, yeah, that's fine.
Like a bottle of peas. It's like this. Right. And politically correct. But there are people also who won't help. Most people do this. If some, the people who know what's going on, say them. I know if that's the case, explain this.
You know, the comrades one.
Then
And
it
there
says, top
is-
10 cities in Alabama. Let's see how controversial that's
Where
Where
they
is number 2?
where they get the where that source from? What source? Who?
Apparently somebody he knows.
Who these sources, man?
Yeah, I know.
No, I mean, you ain't doing no no.
$80,000. $80,000. $68,000. We still can't do that. We still can't.
Yeah. Yeah. I get that. What a source is it? I see the blue got all graph over there. Oh, yeah. We got to put somebody else. They got somebody else.
All I know is that's money.
Yeah. That's so much money. I don't even believe.
Yeah, I can't believe it.
I
You
got
got
to be
people
real
on
on that.
salary. I mean, unless you just one or two
No,
people.
Crazy is.
You know what? You have the FBI upstairs.
Yeah. They're gonna get you on board. Like it. Y'all can't hear like that. We talk about racism. We gonna kind of talk about more about the culture of the thing and then about the race. Just hard to look at it. Your skin color can't make you go who's somebody with car, you know that. Or I'm saying you got nothing out there. You ain't got nothing to color.
Wow. Me is we are back to one. Hope everybody's doing okay this morning. Let me, we're going to line for 12 minutes, so let me get them up on the floor, bring in my guests. Good morning, thank you. Yes. Okay. The good Reverend Knight and Al, and I don't know if Denise is
Not with, but of course, haven't they always done that? We got a few of them, but haven't we always had people like that since the beginning of mankind? Cain and Abel. Is that name ring a bell? Cain and Abel. Hey, who killed Cain? Cain killed Abel. Abel killed. I mean, yeah. Mm-hmm. Wasn't nobody else to fool around? What? Wait a minute. Wasn't nobody else for her to fool around with?
Fool around with the animals? Satan.
Satan?
Satan. Satan.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Now I don't remember seeing the picture. Are you sure they was all naked? And again, wait. And again, what part of the Bible does it say they were naked? Okay. All right. I feel it. Yeah. I feel it. Let's wait a minute. I've been reading the Bible for a lot of years. The people were crucified. He said they were naked. Again, again, you may be right. I just want to know where that reference is in the Bible that the people who were crucified were naked. Look at it. Okay, I don't want. Yeah. Well, and I don't want to care. I don't believe in poops anyway. So yeah, I don't really care about that one. Yeah. Okay. I, I, I mean, that probably goes along the line with Jesus Christ as a black man. Yeah. I don't know. I don't really think it matters. But, I don't know who the Pope was. All I know, he was a man. He went to the bathroom just like I did. I did. Yeah. Anyway, that is Reverend Knight there, and L. Milliner.
Good morning.
We're going to talk about, and we started this. What do we call it? The round table, the kitchen table, because this is where I have a conversation, or they have a conversation about the things of life and the things, and I guess it all started with why there is so much crime, and I think one of the reasons why we have so much crime, because fathers are not taking their due responsibility for raising. That's it. Now we can blame it on the woman too. She helped with the problem too. We picked it. She picked us.
Let's not look at who to blame.
Okay, well, somebody to blame.
Let's look at how can we fix going
Okay,
forward.
by getting some fathers involved in their children's lives.
Okay, let's look at. You have to dig a little deeper than that.
Yeah.
We understand. We can sit back from now until the end of time, and we can all point out the problem.
Mhm.
Now, the question I'll lay on the table, and we can begin to build, and we can work from that. How do we fix this problem? Now, we're never going to totally fix it, but how do we turn the tables? How do we change direction? How do we build from here? Who, what, when, where, and why? What do we need to do going forward? And moving forward, man, we gotta change the culture that we built. We built over time a culture of it's okay with dad not being involved and the mother just being the sole provider, sole caretaker, all that. We moved, so it's really in all of the culture what we do. The movies, right? It's in when it comes to the laws of the land, that plays a part in it as well. The government came in and took the family. We all know that. The government came and put a win in the
No, they didn't. You decided to take the road.
That is true, but the government did. They did put laws in place that would make that occur.
No.
Before they came in, didn't the government intact enough?
Of course, we've been always intact.
No, I'm saying before the government came in the 70s, was the family intact?
No, I was born in '57. We have the same problems we got here. Same problem. My daddy was.
We had the same problems, but nowhere near the same number.
Okay, because we got more black. Actually, our population, black folks' population, is getting less. Yeah, it is. We are the minority in America right now.
We're stagnant for like the last 34 years.
The Hispanic population is more in America than we are.
It says that verse 6, there's a young man like exhort to be sober-minded, and all things show myself a good kind of works, unforgiveness, gravity, and fear. Let me stop. You want to fix the problem?
You said that.
Paul says, I want your Bible and read it for yourself. Don't take my word for it. Let me tell you. The men that got the whole story.
That's what we just been saying.
No. You are still playing the finger, right?
Well, somebody is to blame.
Yeah. I mean, you know, you got to go. I mean, you said that over and over. You got to give me now. We all have to say, somebody to identify the problem. We understand where the problem. That's what we do. We need to hold them. And this is just my problem. You know, so we can start right here in my front. For me, you have to look at the problem. Problems that we have a problem with them and stuff. Women are always following men. Always.
And women are 50% of the problem.
Or I mean, you got to give them something. Wow.
But they pick that man.
No.
They do. Yeah, but they pick each other.
We don't walk around like we're in Walmart.
Well, sometimes we do.
Sometimes we do. That they might do. Unless you hate people, I think that's just let's just look at the fact. There is a huge difference with the men. Y'all are some of the most yellow fellas, and I say y'all come up really enjoy it. If you can't take somebody under your feet, and I'm not telling you to do something that everyone is good. So we've got to go back. We see the problem. We see kids without fathers, boys and girls.
All kids have problems. We see the fathers not their wives.
That's the problem.
Not daddy. That's right.
That's the problem. Then if we truly believe it takes a village to raise
I don't believe that.
I think it does.
I think it takes a daddy.
No. The reason I say a village is Daddy got to work. Somebody's
Daddy always been working.
Somebody still got to watch the stuff. Don't even do it. So I tell you this, we have to go back to doing what we're not doing. I know it sounds kind of late. What does that mean? You see somebody's problem. You talk to them. Stop them. Because you might be saving something else's life. Notify the parent. That's what that blood is out there for doing the talk. You can get cussed out for it. I mean, you're going to be told off sometimes. Expect it. Your name's going to get slandered. Expect it. You're going to be, your name's going to get drugged through the mud. So we have a problem with young men. And you cannot put this in the lap of women. What happened? Women can only be advanced so like war story. Oh, my mama raised me. Okay, that's but for the most part, strong men.
But unfortunately, women take a lot of do respect. We're not giving nothing. You can say that all you want to.
Robert walking around with a wig on. He wants to.
That ain't a man. That ain't a man.
You got some that don't want. She got to go to work. Oh, she's got to work 40 hours, and you sit at home with your mom.
Then she wrong. She ought to put him out.
No, I mean, what about you? How are we going to get to the point that you're talking about? And we all know the men are leading and being
not going to jail for the woman calls the police.
You know, 70% of these boys are being raised by single mothers. A mother can't raise a son to be like that. Like they can, but it's rare. Let's look at relationships. No, that's real. That's real. You see it every day. You show me a young man that's still got a bad path of being angry all the time, fighting, cussing out authority. I can show you a boy that's being raised by a single mother. That's just real. Listen, y'all calling and let us know.
Let me take this. Good morning.
All right, how you doing?
Yeah. Yeah. I said they're 50% of the problem. Right. Right. I said they're 50% of the problem. Right. I'm not blaming you. But you do have some responsibility. You do have some responsibility. I know, but we work together. Right. That's because I'm a guy. I'm not. Okay. Then we gotta lead our women.
Now looks like going for real now. It's like going for real.
Well, I gotta take a break. We have men need to do a better job of leading your women. Yeah.
We need y'all men. Let's go.
Yeah, we'll be back.
I like it. But no, you know what? And we'll go back on the air talking about it. Let's just, like I say, when the preachers meet up, and I use the Sunday. It's just a thing, right?
Now you say community activities. What do you mean specifically?
Oh man, we talk to kids like sponsoring different events and things of that nature. Now, what we're supposed to do, and it was a problem during COVID with all the Masonic laws in the city of Montana. We just taking it up. We're in Montgomery, we're in Prattville, people Prattville, the Prattville, every city got that. Yeah. Morning. Yes. So a part of the doctor's life, it could be a school, it could be just anything that the kids are doing in that community. But you know what you do? What you do is not an equipment. I'm not going to be held responsible for the irresponsibility of the man. And then, if a man wages 60, he's doing one hell of a job. There's no way in hell I can raise 9 years, and years because someone picked the guy that dropped him and lost. Wait a minute. Now, I'm a step there. Where's the good going was when I got one boss? Oh, yeah. She didn't meet her day. The first time I got with her mom when she was 3 months. Dad is in prison. Ever since the mom found out she meet her dad and been engaged. I'm sorry. Didn't know how to engage with him. First time you ever laid eyes on for 50 years, I have been the only it became my responsibility. Me and your mama was like, I take the home, I take you. What am I supposed to do when something happens? Let's step aside and let it go. That's scary. And you know what? Not only that, even dealing with the school. Yeah, man, you been up to Cobb Elementary a few times together. You know how many times I went up there? That's so much air. Mr. Van Dijk, you remember him? Mr. Van Dijk, when I was looking for him so much, when I was looking at the kids, Mr. Knight, they'll run up to the door. And kids want that, but Kevin, I became the father figure for a lot of kids that they did not have. So you cannot just pull them out, shut them out because you didn't create them. You know, kids are always looking for heroes. I figure how you have best on phones at that. Who's this? Pull it on out. You know, one of them. This ain't set back time. You know it? My microphone's still there. So when I want to talk, I'm open like rather than you know, sometimes you become unknown heroes without even knowing it. So you what you gonna do? You gonna tell, oh well, hell no, I'm not gonna be able to shoot because you got my car. Red plate. I'm going to bring up something that's another thing you probably haven't thought about. Or if you have thought about it, you're scared of doing it. Okay, that's cool. But you go like that? You talk about? Huh? You go that way? Yeah. Like when you was out doing what you doing outside, when you did something wrong, you did not you put the car down the street, not say, no, we don't. You did what? I mean, I'm not in with the concept of the village. I don't care anything about the village. I don't care what nobody else said, but when my mama got mad at me, okay, I knew stuff was real. But some guy down the street don't do nothing for me. Unless it's real, real. That's because you're based on that off of how your mama was. That's all I have to say, but that's all I have to go by. You know, sometimes you have to look over and like, okay, I'm a military brat. I look over other families and how they're raised and their structure and what they have and don't have and what I had and didn't have. I learned not from outside of my home. Okay, we're back. I know it's 860-1440. We're trying to find some, if there are. There may be some. But here's the one thing, Pastor Knight, that I think that your profession lacks moxie. I think your profession lacks your profession. I believe the church plays a bigger part in this problem than anybody else does. You guys in church, they have a discipline for people who say they are, who say what they are, but they don't act that way. Okay, we have
there's a discipline. There's a discipline formatted in the church about how to how to discipline people in the church. I think our churches don't discipline.
Like you said, right? So you ain't got to look for it.
Just about all of them.
How many have you? I mean, cities for them to where you have very.
I would say again. Then if what you say is true, then why is it that we have so much fatherlessness, daddylessness in people's lives? The man ain't got to stay at home. Wait a minute. I think you guys, and this is just me, as a whole, I think you guys are scared as crap to address some of these kids and these women without the father in their kids' life. Yeah, I don't think y'all do that.
Until you get a part of it, you have to. Until you've been involved in a lot of churches, you can't get that.
I'm looking at society. I'm looking at where we are. Yeah. We let them get that way.
That's men, women, and kids have no choice.
But we let them get that way.
We do.
I said we. My boys think that.
No, we as a whole.
As a whole, yeah.
It's deep in the church. I mean, just like it's crazy as it sounds. The government has more influence in your house than the average parent. Don't believe it. Right?
Give me an example.
They're teaching the kids. Yeah. If you put that belt to them, to call it the police. Y'all know that. Yeah, y'all have gone to school to tell them that.
Yeah, we did. Yes, I am. As a matter of fact, when I first got here, I told the police chief and the sheriff, listen, I ain't gonna rob nobody, I ain't gonna steal nothing from nobody, I ain't gonna shoot nobody. But the one thing I will go to jail for, and I mean this too, for doing to my child what I need to do to keep him right. I said that's the only thing I go to jail for, and I don't mind going to jail for that. So I don't know about everybody else. I ain't gonna let the government tell me how to raise my child when I'm feeding. So I go to jail for that. So maybe y'all be willing to go to jail. Maybe more men I'll be willing to go to jail. We went to jail so we could send accountants to eat in certain restaurants back in the old segregation days. We went to jail for all kinds of things. The doggone it, there's nothing more important than your child and your son. So I want to go to jail for that. I don't have to do it, man. They're responsible. I got one to be 18 in a couple of months, and one is 33.
Here's a really good incentive.
Not very.
Yeah, I disagree. You don't know. You cannot say. Unless you got some of these family court judges and things.
Y'all put the women up
there. Nobody sitting in this room, including me, are allowed to make a crazy analogy on what we think because I mean, we all watch the news, we all on everything. If it's out there, it's not supposed to be there. So where the dad is saying, yeah, I see a lot of times saying, man, I don't have custody because she won custody, because whatever. But I don't see them saying, man, they locked me up because I was disciplining my child.
No, I ain't heard nobody say that either.
I don't see men.
I ain't heard nobody say that either.
I mean, they're not gonna come out there. Let's get
yes, they do. Yes, they do.
Yeah. They would definitely do that. I would rather talk to the judges because some people just flat out ain't gonna tell you their business, man. You be living next to somebody. Man, they come out here and tell you everything else.
They tell you everything else. I haven't heard anybody say I went to jail because I whipped my child's butt.
You heard them.
Okay. Come on, who's this? Who's this? Who signed the birth certificate over? Who signed the birth certificate over? Sign it over to who? Who did sign it over to? Right. Okay, that's a theory that I don't subscribe to. What do you mean? That's got nothing to do with anything.
I'm not recording you on the radio, and I say that right now, man.
That's an excuse. That's an excuse that people use. I don't sign my child over to the government when I sign the birth certificate. Yeah. Well, you don't. Yeah, because you don't ever heard say that.
What should we do with the information? Mm-hmm. I mean, but after that, what? But after that, what though?
I don't. Again, I signing the birth certificate is just claim the responsibility.
Yeah, and mama do that and daddy do that when they get divorced and the mama gets the custody. That's the same thing.
So why are we paying child support if it belongs to the government? Yeah. Okay, give me proof. Give me proof. Give me the document. Give me the give me the proof that when I sign the birth certificate, I'm giving the rights to my child over to the government. Just show me anything, even in theory. Even in theory. So give me something. Okay. Okay. Roll with me there, show up and until that time, I think this is like Star Trek, beam me up. No. Yeah, I sure am. Hey, appreciate it. Let me get one more call here. Get money on there. Yeah. The judge didn't do that before? Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's yeah.
I think that I do I know, man. Man, I ain't gonna talk all that. I'm gonna say, but you know what? But you know what? We got to work out as long as you don't do it, right? Exactly. So they can down to the first contribution.
That sounds good. But one of the greatest men in the conversation, one of the greatest men in the conversation, was me too. So you want to say the human being.
That wasn't necessarily about you want to be with that woman. That's a control issue. That's a power issue. That's a whole.
He wanted to be with that woman.
I mean, that's a power thing.
What's the problem? He wanted to be with that woman. Yeah. I didn't do it. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So basically that rule or that law or whatever that is,
so
that doesn't impact you until you, as the man, makes a bad decision.
Well, let me ask you guys a question. What happens? What's that 1%? Well, every time DNA, you know what they say? 99 point something. So what happened to that 1%? Okay, all right. Well, I want to know what happened to that 1%. There's a lot of brothers out there now. The 1% didn't count. It wasn't his. Yeah, but it's don't say. But when they get here,
man, my thing is, man, some of these daddies, man, they just say these kids are there and they did nothing like them. I'm like, dude, come on, are you serious?
Good morning. Yeah, that was a nightmare. I'll tell you that. Anyway, but then, okay, so forget who. Let's talk about when they get here. When they get here, somebody, right. Somebody has to take responsibility for them. But I tell you, but like I told him, I'm not the person who wants to take responsibility for everybody's kids. If a man take care of his kid, that's a full-time job. And so I don't know how you guys got this neighborhood thing going on here, the family or the village or whatever the case may be. Yeah, you're not responsible for this. Actually, you are part of it. I'm part of it. I ain't responsible for everybody's kids in it. And you do that by taking care of your children. Who came up with that philosophy? I mean, it's just you in church. You in church. Yeah, but there ain't no church that sounds responsible for somebody else's kids.
Well, we're at church. I'm not sure about Pastor Willie.
Yeah.
Right.
It says orphans and widows.
No. But when a child to be Christian into a church.
That's right.
Not necessarily. The church I think about that. So when a child is being Christian into, or and you gonna say part of the family. Okay, so let's not use the Christian thing. Let's say a child is born and now he attends or she attended that church.
Yeah.
And as a member of that church, you're not related to that child, but it's your responsibility to lead that child in the right way, in the godly way.
By example.
Right, and that's what he's talking about.
Right, and that's fine.
If you see that child doing something wrong, he's going to do
but that's every human being.
To correct that child.
Right.
This wing. Taught him how to fly an airplane. Right there, damage. Taught him how to fly. He just took him under his wing off his arm. And I mean, the boy was smart. He good at cutting grass. He pretty much cut grass for a hustle. Nevertheless, him taking that boy off the road. He went off the airport. Nobody did. And he's doing well for himself. I feel that the case is when you get level somebody else that's good, it truly takes advantage of the very top. And you never know who's looking up. And so when you start saying it's not my responsibility, you just come across the block. Because somebody's trying, somebody's trying, somebody's trying. And you don't notice they sit back and listen to you. That's right.
That's all they can do.
No. But they're learning, Kevin.
Yeah.
It's what they're doing. You do it too.
Let's take a break. We'll be back. Pastor Willie Knight and L. Milliner. What do we call this thing? The kitchen table. Yeah. Yeah, I know, but people don't put Democrat with it. So what's different?
Yeah, but whether you like it or not, you are an example to somebody, whether you want to be or not.
But if you show an example of how your kids now if a young child, I'm all correct, I'm all good for that. Okay, well, if he hangs up with your son, then he's closer to you. Because the son is coming back to you. If he's calling the son, he's coming back. But we always want to. I refuse to take the responsibility for everybody else's 15 minutes of fun. But as a human being, as a human being, if I see somebody out there who actually is doing something, I'll try to live there with involved in real life. No. No. If any man, in kindergarten, no man touching nothing. Okay, Mr. Wilson, Mr. Wellborn. Mr. Wellborn in school gave me a towel. Nothing. So that was correction, right? Yeah, exactly what that was. You do what you did again? Why not? So he gave you the he wanted the butt. I mean, he gave you some pussy. Yeah, he did. Okay. And I'm quite sure. It's the only man in high school I remember. It's the only man I remember. The one that put that wood on himself. No. That's good. We let it go. Okay, I understand. You probably not going to try to start a fight with them. Why do women over there? But there's always somebody. Like I said, when I went to college, I was in college before she was born. I go to her class. It's still like this. One over there. Yeah, I understand that. They gravitate. They need both sides of that equation, a male and a female. They need both. And when you don't have one or the other, I think you it's sensitive to Mr. Knight, you somebody. After you got in one time, where the speaker said, "Look, yeah, I can do the teacher from too, right? And let me see that boy real quick, yeah. Yeah, I'm pulling my side. And what's your problem? Because a man's necessary. You ain't gonna do this. Yeah, a man is necessary. And I've been not ever seen women don't think so. Women don't accept the women in the teacher. But if you take a man, no, we can't say that. You know what? Women that were raised right understand. It's just that their voices are being drowned out by women that were not raised right. Yeah. So you gotta keep in mind, Black Lives Matter did not give a voice to that submissive woman. They gave a voice to the silent woman. How do we know it? Well, because they got seven, first of all, I ain't never seen a lesbian really care for a man. Mm-hmm. Right? This group was founded by some lesbians that empowered pissed off women to defy their home. That's why you see what you see. That Me Too movement and all of it is a part of it. Look at the subliminal message that they send. And then what they targeted was women in bad relationships. They targeted them. So they always women in bad relationships. She on 10 at the gate. So if I come to give you a little push to go on out a little further, like he said, can't nobody make you leave the house. They can't, but you shouldn't have to fight to be in the house. We got to fight the woman. We shouldn't have to fight. That's true, but we do. We didn't fight when we just laid up. Because women have this misguided idea that they're independent if they get the check. Well, that doesn't make you independent. That makes you more of a slave. In her mind, yeah. And when you ain't raised right, in their mind, that is in their mind. Remember, Mr. Welker used to come to our house and look at our cabinets and ask us why y'all got so much food. Oh, he saw something new or new rug, so he said, "Where did the rug come from?" And I told myself, when I saw that, I'm way in the I'm going to let somebody come in my house for a little bitty check and demean us as human beings. No way in the hell. They can't call you a lot because they're all part of the problem. And what we're talking about is pretty much trying to on death. We all get failure, so well, but everybody's not resisting correction either. Well, that's we'll come right quick, and then we'll come back to whatever we were talking about. Good morning on there. Yeah, I agree with you today. I agree with you on that. You have to have still somebody. Let me ask you, here's a question somebody asked me to ask you that. Can black men ever come to admit to themselves specifically that they know they have done wrong? Whatever wrong is defined to be.
Yeah. If it, yeah, tough, man. I mean, I'm a this is my opinion because I speak for people.
I do.
If I mess up, I'm smart enough, you know, admit that I messed up, so we can begin to work. That's it. I said, you,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
I definitely can.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
good morning.
yeah, you have to do that.
Good morning.
No, bro.
Good morning. Good morning.
Hmm. It's kind of like knowing your laws going down the wrong highway, but you want to get off to the right highway. Yeah. Mhm. 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 Well, that's true. And as grown people, it was our job to respect them, regardless of whether or not they were related to it or not. Yeah, yeah. That sounds like me.
Right, right, right.
Yeah.
Now, you know what?
Well, I got a
Don't
cure
hang
for
him
that.
up.
If you're 30 years old, 25 years old, I don't think that's it.
But you know what? Don't hang him up. Don't hang him up.
Yeah, yeah, I don't think that's it.
I have a question for Brother AJ.
Yeah.
Going off of what Brother AJ just said, right? Keep in mind, younger men were more approachable back then. You know, now an older cat could be able to come up to you and he'll be able to get your attention.
It's no respect.
Absolutely. So I think what we have to factor in is that we have truly lost respect for our senior citizens.
Why is that? I haven't.
So I agree. Yeah.
Ooh.
Right.
Hmm.
No.
They can't go nowhere. Mhm. Mm.
But they are 50%.
Leave the ladies out of it. Leave the ladies out of it.
Yeah. Mhm. Mm.
Well,
And that is yeah.
Mm. Mm. Say it, yeah.
That is yeah. Okay, let me get one more call before I go, but I appreciate your input. I think. Good morning on there.
Well, he'll say he thinks.
But the church go to them. They don't come to church. Church go to them. Good morning. Yeah.
Watch dog. Watch dog.
About beat nobody's child, but
This is standing in there.
they just put that wood on them now.
But it goes back to what I told you.
So what? Go to jail.
No, it goes back to something I told you.
go to jail. Who gonna raise your child? You?
I'll get out sooner or later.
What do you call it?
Yeah. Of abuse. I got that part. Of abuse. But putting a piece of wood on that boot cage is not abuse. Okay? Okay. Well, exactly. Abuse is a whole different word.
Hey, call it.
I gotta go because my time is up. This we'll come back to this. Yeah, but we get abuse mixed up with discipline.
It's the same thing.
What you gonna say, one?
The women with another situation at the theater.
Okay.
Oh, I got a lot to say. Oh, Lord. Lord, have mercy. Hey, Al, how you doing?
Left field.
Wood on that boot cage.
It goes back to something. You know, we can respect and point at the problem. But now let's start looking towards the solution. How do we go by? How do we undo? Because I mean, we can sit back all day. She did, he did. So there's a sorry woman, there's a sorry man, and there's a sorry woman being created.
One sorry woman is a big sorry man.
But that's because women let them be sorry.
No,
Somebody raised you to be sorry. Somebody raised you to be a sorry man.
The sorry
And was it or the
Sorry
man in the
expectation.
community?
sorry expectations. Yeah, think about it. Okay, let's start with us, right? Let's start with the men. Your head. I think you are a pitiful representative. You can sit back and watch your girl go to work 40 hours a week.
Oh, yeah,
You don't even break your neck to go to a job.
Yeah, you
And so, I think you're sorry. I really, you don't have the right to breathe. I know it sounds kind of cruel, but you should not have the right to breathe if your woman is working and you're at home. I think, and this is just me, I think
A real man should be the real true provider for his family if he's an able-bodied man. You got so keep in mind, you said that provide. No. According to the Bible, the man is.
Show me that. Show me that the Bible. We said I know it's going to go to work.
It is.
Show me. Let me see it. I know y'all do wish y'all had it, because it ain't in there. It says a woman is supposed to be a helpmate.
The man's supposed to go out in the field.
I got it.
Show me the book.
And bring the money back, and the woman supposed to tend to the home.
There ain't no in the Bible said the man's supposed to go in the
women's
field,
supposed to
bring the
tend to
money
the
back.
home, Kevin.
I'm gonna let you read.
We're here to save you.
Reading is so fundamental, right?
Yeah, it's fundamental.
Okay, so I'm gonna give it to you.
Yeah, let me hear. Ain't nothing in there about the man got to go out to the field, bring the money home. I would agree that the man should protect you because he's the stronger of the vessel. That's like that same thing people preach in the Bible. God help them to help themselves. That ain't nowhere in the Bible. Oh, godliness is next to cleanliness. That ain't in the Bible.
I want to talk about the birth certificate. I can shut you down in that birth certificate.
Oh, you got it. Oh, well, you got to explain it to you.
Well, read it. Go read it first.
Husbands, love your wives. That's right. Even as Christ also loved the church and gave himself for it. Okay. I got no problem with that.
Giving himself Lord. Giving himself Lord means
Christ should not go out and work an 8-hour job, come back and get the money to nobody. That's true. So let's leave godly things to God and worldly things to God. No, there's principle, but the woman is supposed to help the man. Well, that's true. You got the wrong guy.
Okay. And the question was, what's wrong with these boys? And how can y'all fix it? Because the women ain't the issue. We don't like that.
Oh, that's what they don't
now, it don't say real. It don't say real. It don't say real men. Why submit yourself to real men? No. If
when you sent it to me, I said, that's all.
Yeah, I get that. I'm saying, what are we gonna do with that information? Yourself. It's up to yourself. Because that's what you join the military. Okay, who try? No, and the only way you can do that is the person they're going to go through this. And as we go and go, the doctor had it's really, why? You will not well, I'm trying to, I get that much. I'm saying, for you individually, for me individually, for our kids, how are we gonna protect ourselves? Like, what's the good of us knowing that information? You know what I'm saying? Like, what is that? We're supposed to understand who's responsible for you and why government programs. All the reasons why you have it. That's why when people have children and the judge come in and say, you gonna take care of this baby? You gonna look at it. That's the government taking ownership of their own. So that's how you use it. There's no way to use it. But I also want to get back to the
Okay, we're back. Good morning. Hope everybody. I guess we got L. Bill in there. He was the
yeah, L. Bill was the captain. Post the Captain Reporter show on Facebook and YouTube.
And we got
Sunshine Alvarado in the building.
Alvarado. And we got okay, and our numbers are 860-422. The reason we came up with this is that there's so many issues that
we're going to talk about the birth control. We're going to birth certificate. Okay. Know what her mind is.
Well, without the birth control,
that's what more women
we wouldn't need the birth certificate.
That's what more women need. Baby, you can put it in us. Birth control, you can switch it out.
Well, you can. You can. It's called no. It's called no. Yeah. No.
Well, I was what's her theory? Her theory. This is right. This is what the government issues to allocate you.
Doesn't make any sense in that. Being born in America.
No, it doesn't. No, it does not. If I get born in America, what they're saying is being born here is first step. But once you sign that birth certificate, that gives you a first number. Now you're a citizen. You're born. I can have a baby in a barn. No one knows it. Yeah. And I can take to Africa and file for citizenship, and now they will be African citizens. But if I had a baby in America, they could have got hospital. That's when they stopped doing midwifery. Because when we had midwives probably was originated. They get tax. That's it. That's the tie to government. When the government does welfare programs, this is what allows you to say, are you mine or not?
They want to make sure
are you mine or not?
You exist.
It's like a father to their children. America say, are you mine? If you ever give me a birth certificate, I am his child. The family's going to you're talking down the way you think down the father and motherhood and who's responsible for what? The American government is responsible for each and every one of the kids. No matter good, bad, or indifferent.
All right, come on, who's this?
Mm. Mhm. Has to be a part of this country. So when you look at that, it's a true concept of that continues with our children, it continues with our grandchildren,
Some of those headphones.
with our grandchildren, that we have to be our situation. If we're going to tackle young men today,
If they go to News Radio,
and I think we feel about it.
but you have to give a what our young men we attributed to the lack of male presence in their everyday life. I mean, that's just kind of like the whole elephant thing there. You know, the young elephants get all up messed up until the big elephant comes and says, "Hey, straighten that up."
Wow. Believe So what's the genesis of what you're talking about though? Like you just talking about the family being broken up and what's the genesis of that? That's right. Yeah. Well, so how come there's about a 100 year history in America where black families were not that was after Reconstruction. No, no. After even following slavery, Reconstruction, 1800, there was a long, almost 100 year history of black families not being exposed. We always
Appreciate that.
you always answer. You were always asking people, asking people to freedom. And but when you say was that you were saying that slavery liberated. So I'm saying there was a whole history. No one asked the same question. I'm trying to get you the answer. So it's with this 100 year history. You don't want me to answer. How does shit do? Will you let me answer your question? Okay, please. I'd be like, the question, the problem is during Reconstruction, we were stolen in our country in Africa. It's probably not even stolen, we were given away by the Benin, right? A Benin king said he wanted to expand his empire. It's like when the British came to America, right? They came before the Queen. And that's the same thing happened in Africa. They took prisoners of war from neighboring tribes, kings and queens, and their children, and enslaved them. And the Portuguese came over and said, "Hey, y'all got some good yams over here. Y'all got some good potatoes over here. How can we grow like that? And our barren land. These slaves, and we're good at it. And after everyone knows how to do it. So what happened is queens and kings to Portuguese. Just because they were now slaves doesn't negate the fact that they were initially kings and queens. So by the time we came to America, because people all diaspora, people were still descendants of Chinese. So by the time we were free, we asked the question, for 100 years after slavery, after that, you were. You had the mentality. Well, what happened was, falsified, you were all the blacks, and they're not there anymore. Are you? I don't know. Yeah. Let me just ask you. Let me ask you a question. Yeah,
America,
I do.
America is full of a lot. But we seem to do one group of people that when things don't go right, when we don't do something right, we tend to go back to the African transit. But no, 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 no. It's a group of people. We're so, yeah. Why is it
Maybe because you weren't educated on their issues. See, I was raised with strong we were. I recognize strength in men, and if I see weakness, you have to give me. I gotta hear these brothers. Come on, back there, hear. You the Lord. No, sir, no, sir, no, sir, no, sir. Yes, I did. No, no, what I said was, people are keeping back in. I was considered the queen, baby. I was considered in America. I wanted you to explain this. How was there about a 100-year history of Black Americans here in America that their families were not broken up and they were victims of what you're talking about?
I must admit, I don't remember that 100 years.
You weren't here. It's history. It's history. Just like they're talking about history right now. I'm talking about history.
So you tell me there was a time that Black people in America 100 years were they on equal food?
Huh? They found each other. Right. So how were they affected by me? I'm saying how were they not affected by that? That's my question. They were. I'm trying to teach you that. Reconstruction. I know that. Yeah, educate yourself on reconstruction. They had it. You didn't know that. I just you didn't even know what reconstruction was. You didn't even know what reconstruction was. Black Americans. You didn't even know what reconstruction was.
Well, listen, hey,
but now some don't know.
Let me ask you. Well, let me take this ball right here and go get this. Good morning, on there.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, right. Appreciate it.
I love Mother Love. She sounds so sweet. I saw you yesterday. I saw you.
Get to the break. We'll be back. Get the table. And we got the funky still.
You sound slow when you call the radio. You sound like you're not really focused. I got that game, bro. Casino, click. Hey, we got to talk about also my pastor Tony said, oh, you guys come on, put him in the phone. He said he's gonna help, he's gonna do the because they go outside and come together and do it. Okay. And he's gonna
Somebody told me, say, I comment to the matter because he said to really tell the truth, not everyone was good. Not everyone was kings and queens. Even in Africa, that's right. I got that. Well, that's the folks who came over here. But you know, I don't want to get on. It's how we are doing. A good woman, whatever. You put a man that's you shut up. If he is leading his house, who determines whether or not his leadership?
Let's see what y'all can do.
Is
woman. Both of y'all can't wear the pants. Too many.
Right, exactly. So who determines if the woman says, I don't think you lead me well at all? I mean, then that's a conflict.
Well, he's telling you where you're not leading us.
But what metrics are you
angry at her? I'm saying that, honey, I'm not saying that.
She's not willing to follow you and you
let
that thing go and somebody else with somebody else. She might be flat out just used to straight good guy. Right? You got your and that's a good job. If she is trying to her preference, and this is where we mess up. I'm trying to say that right now. I don't know how they find each other. They just lose each other's information. So, yeah, that's a lot. Right, but you know, I mean, and I'm saying, well, it's a real couple. They just lose each other's confidence because they are so opposite, right? So she's in school working on another degree. He's in somebody's closet working on she picked him. They picked each other. They picked each other. What is so crazy about it? They talking about getting married. I don't know why. You know, man, I did. You know me, I did that song with Mr. Blue. Mr. Blue, Mr. Blue for the city. So, okay, you do a song with the now, that was the thing you was a fresh on show. You know what I'm saying? I'm just one little way, you know what I'm saying? Here we are, folks, and you know what I'm saying? In the meantime, how are you providing it in their house? And she put herself together. I see her leaving this guy. Y'all talking about marriage.
I don't know if I see that.
Y'all talking about marriage. Y'all need to just be Facebook friends and call it a day. But we attach ourselves to people that don't respect what we bring to the table. Good man, if you attempt to attack or pull a ratchet up that used to be beat up or whatnot, if you know a friend that you bring to the table, she's going to Same thing, vice versa. Now, this is the hard, crazy stuff. That's the rest of your life. Having a conversation. Do what you have to do. If you can't see yourself, you spend being with her for the next 18 years, you better not lay up with her. Now, so now, a baby comes. Now the child is here. You're not obligated to her if the relationship don't work. And that's what a lot of men mess up with. You're only obligated to what you pay. I mean, in one part, I mean, like I got a fix, right? I got a fix, right? Well, I'm going to right. And boy, you don't like that. Okay, we're back.
Oh, so now I'm claiming.
Amen.
Wait a minute. Why do I want to do?
You got so much to say.
But my work is right here. Right. Why do I want to go out there and talk to idiots? If you're walking around with a gun, if you don't have an idiot, they have the hey, listen, take the cell phone with you and you're live. And I'll look at you. Not my job to worry about all these kids. I got two boys who are not robbing, stealing, carrying guns, and working. I can't your kids are yeah. Yeah. I knew. Yeah.
Men always approach young men in the community with aggression. Aggression does not fix aggression. You got to meet these young men with a hug, with some love, and let's give it a women. That's what women say the world, and men rule.
Well, I need a violin for him. Good morning. Morning. Exactly. Congratulations. They're gonna get there.
Right. I guess put it on. Well, there you go. Hey, Congo.
Confused.
You
You guys need to be having this conversation with the fathers who aren't in their children's lives.
Let me help. Well, this is what we started.
Not right, not me.
But you're attacking these men.
You're attacking, and then that their kids' lives. Absolutely.
But there's something that you said, and I want to get to it. Let's get going. No, Mark, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
What are they on?
But everybody, every group of people had the same. Whoa! You can't come on that too. I got it right now. Oh, we go back there every time.
Yeah, in the last 4 years, we had about 300.
Right. So whether you get home or you get shot, I mean, it's still the same. Yeah. And some people can believe that. I don't. I don't believe it. I heard about that. We didn't do that. I mean, my teacher.
Yeah,
Well, that's funny because every night I see TV, they ask me, laying on the curb. When people it's so great about yeah. And that sounds good on a piece of paper, brother, but the reality is that they got a bunch of kids who they walk around with no place to stay. I know, but you're lying in here. You're not lying here. Give me 3. We don't. That's what we're having this conversation right now because we're not here. Yeah, but right now the people like they're not. That's right. I hear. Amen. Hey, I gotta go, brother. We live in a moment. We're in a moment. romanticize. Yeah. But we're all influenced by other people. Yes. I know I'm hung up with you again too, because you already talked.
Let me say something. I want to add to the conversation that the other day we were I was on Better Montgomery, the group.
Yeah.
Thank you, Tony, for adding.
Well, let me get your call right quick, then I'll let you go back to it. No, he did. Morning. Yeah. Go. Yeah. Yeah. You know, I'm trying to figure out what graphene is you listening to. Because evidently what I'm putting out, what I'm putting out, you are misinterpreting. Y'all listen to the same graphene. Because we are romanticizing the things that are not true. We romanticize the past like it was so good. Like we always did. We romanticize, and it's never been romantic about. Give me specifically what I give me something specifically I want to say that makes you feel. But you know, they might try to help other people. Yeah. My job is to make sure that this and make that affording other people. You know what? I don't know of all the black people. Wait a minute.
Ask Kevin about trying to reach out to ASU. Ask him about that.
I sure have. I reached out to a lot of black folks in this town, but you know what? You know what they said to me? Oh, you're on that white station. We ain't gonna talk to you. Okay.
So they scared to have you.
I don't owe anybody anything because of color.
We love the station now. The station is a beautiful station.
Yeah.
We're not in the rhetoric.
We don't have to think a lot.
But you won't let nobody else think. You try to control. You
the thoughts go too long.
Hey,
listen,
I appreciate you.
I got to run though right now. You're making me want to cry too.
I want to add to the conversation.
Okay, I got to take a break. We'll come back after this, and I'll let y'all take the one out of here.
Ain't no whining. You just ain't ready for the truth.
All this romanticism is just
you
took care of everybody. Yeah, right. When I was coming up, they were shooting, cutting people dead too.
You're still a man. Are you gonna tell her that she ain't gonna go in with you?
We'll be back. We got this romantic. They act like nothing. They act like nothing bad happened. I was born in 67. These old men were leaving the women's bed, dropping them and leaving. They were doing it then. This ain't something like you need. They were quiet. They were
I see things. When you throw your age up there, I got to ask you. You look at take my uncle, right? My uncle is let's see, Snag is going to be Snag 7, he about to be 7. 1, 2. Nevertheless, your whole ideology, you and him will be the total opposite.
And that's right, but now what's the same?
But here's the thing. And I got it. I got it.
I'm going to go by my own life's experience.
I'm going to tell you what it is. But you know what Sunshine Kevin's problem really is? Kevin is never that guy. He's never that nothing around him that looks like him. In other words, I've seen.
I sound like some of the AI stuff going on.
Let me tell you why I say that, right? We come here, I came here to talk about every solution I laid out. Kevin had a problem. I don't have chiming in.
And you take away the responsibility and why is he in prison?
I mean, supposed to pay decisions we made. Look, you got to pay decisions, Kevin. And I told you, it's true. They told yesterday. There's an epidemic in our irresponsibility. Let's look at those. You know what? It's deeper than that. You know what it is? I know exactly what his problem is. And he can say whatever he wants. The reason why Kevin has a problem right here is because the father figure I'm talking about is the father figure you never had. So he would never understand it. I'm sitting there telling him I'm a stepfather.
But I know what it's like not to have a father.
But so let somebody that didn't have a father. You just but I'm not on the radio. We walk together every day. I let you know. Do you realize one of my programs, I required to write me a letter and tell them the things about them. Because we work so much because I'm trying to don't do it. At the end of the day, I did hundreds of things from all over Montgomery and so one of which the way you have to qualify with it, you had to show that you did something in the community. You had to get a letter from the parents of the judge, so they would have an opportunity to say something good about you. Because when you're working every day, all you know is the struggle.
So when you put that task on those young men to work in the community, why you won't take that on yourself?
I've done it already.
You've been a philanthropy.
I don't know what you call it. I've done it.
You're talking about hands-on.
I had to go
somebody
out there.
can drop off $1 million.
Wait,
but then there's a difference when somebody used $1 million as a systemic.
I had to go out there.
Everybody has a role. He can never go past 5 because he's never been shown that he had the potential to go past 5. And you have to meet him where he's at. Don't drag him because he's gonna fight you like hell the whole way. That's why you have to overlook him.
It sure ain't long enough.
It ain't long enough. At the end of the day,
at 5 a.m.
He's not.
Analyzed by non-psychologists.
I'm a degree on
let me get this. Which one are you on there?
Was that wasted time?
But I said I don't believe you was responsible for it. And I'm not responsible for other people's kids. But I do believe this one thing. If you find somebody out there working their butt off trying to help you help. Just be accountable. But they got to do something. They don't just give it to them. Right up. I agree with you. I agree with you. I got to follow that.
I want to add this. Like, okay.
All right, I got you. Appreciate it.
Can I add something before we get to this?
Yeah.
And going back to the word of something and all that. You
I think in their criticism of me, I think
sometimes introduction of bringing kids, but then guess what's going to happen? Those children say, "Hey, I'm going to be this people." And almost
you know what? The nice thing about it,
that's the word.
and they nice.
Okay, so that's why we need you back in the community. Because they will find.
Good morning, in there.
We didn't want to come here. Before y'all took in the statement,
The black man was the first.
no, we couldn't go either. We couldn't go either.
I guess we did. Now, what's the main point we're trying to make?
No, James passed it out.
Okay. Good morning, yeah. Yeah.
Hang up on it. Hang up. Just hang up on that. Hang up. We don't want to hear that. We want to hear solutions. That's what I told you. We don't want to hear. Yeah. We're not talking about nothing. Move on. Move on. We got other things to talk about.
All right, then. Good morning, who's this?
You got to think balance. You got to think about balance.
He's not the balance.
He did other things.
He was saying the same thing I said, romantic.
Come on.
There you go.
Like I said, I'm going to forgive you.
Yeah. Yeah. Ooh, yes, I do. But I had to do something because I'm on the radio. I'm out there, you know.
What are you doing now?
Yeah.
No, I don't even
It don't exist. It don't exist. It don't. It's a theory.
Who wrote it? Did you write it?
It's a theory.
Booker T. Washington book is beautiful too. Amen.
Man, I used to be pro-black, man. You got an afro on your neck. No, good. Yeah, I was doing it.
What's your main point there, Mr. Preacher?
I don't need to read the Bible. I need to read
Read more than the Bible. Read more than it.
The Bible says, you know, if you want to have a race and all this kind of stuff, I mean, kind of get that. You know what I'm saying? What you mean? She just got done talking to another man.
Yeah.
Amen.
I like synergy. I like synergy. The word synergy for folks to go with it means right. Right. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Right.
Amen.
And that's what synergy says. Synergy says that the efforts of two or more people together will be better than one alone.
And you know what? I'm glad he brought us in.
Yeah, I love it.
When the lady,
I know, but I said it more complicated. Yeah.
We don't ever want to learn.
But a lot of
people
don't know what synergy means. Yeah. Hey. Let me take one more, and then I'm going to call on this.
I want to make sure I clarify that. I want to know why.
He don't like nobody either. Who's this? I totally agree. Yeah. That's good. So y'all clearly aren't about synergy.
Yes, we are, really. Let me say this. When it comes to the issue among young children, is the women who got shot. I have a problem with it. Yeah. You know, I was really compassionate in the beginning as a black woman. I was going to allow it to right? I'm in the basement, I'm in the doctor's appointment, I'm like, that was crazy. You know, living my life in the room. And I don't know where it is. He said it.
Give me the picture.
The woman, now she asked to get a man retrofitted. She asked to get a house repairs. She get a ramp. No, she got used to it.
No, she's not.
We're not doing that. How can all the community, if y'all be men, if somebody get a ramp, y'all use women to so you're right. You need to stop helping other folks that even touch you. I don't see many y'all marching. I don't see nobody like me marching. Let that man Mike was missing. Let that man Mike was missing. Let's go together before it. That's what I'm here for. That's what I'm saying. It ain't like it's fine that it is. So if y'all have to give somebody to see what they're doing now, it's ridiculous. Get to your own. Get more people out to your own. Stop worrying about it. Well, read more, and you'll be a better man. And Tony, But y'all want me led by you. That's what I'm saying. But if you're not leading me, But I speak negatively about a black man in front of my children. So you're not leaving me if you want to leave my children straight with that letter.
Let me say, good morning. Okay.
We should.
But anyway,
but we hanging up on you.
I am.
Take your advice and up to.
I think you're wrong about the community.
It ain't ours. It ain't our community, like you said. It ain't my responsibility. She's not part of my village. She's not going to pick my children and make sure they got what they need. But when she's burning, now we got to cry. I'm going to cry too much. And then we go on for them blind blue-eyed cry.
Now, let's stop being bombastic. And
this is what y'all do.
Now, again, you know, somebody brings me to the highway. You know,
I mean, like, yeah,
no.
I'm just saying, that's how I look at it. But now that's how you attack black community. So why should we galvanize as a black community and you want to hold CPD accountable when the majority of the city, where are the council was the city. So that last night when I showed up, get off Mary. Get off Mary.
You hear about your man?
I love my man. We ain't gonna do that. He said the council gonna give him the power. We're gonna stand for that. We're gonna put it back in love. All my council members. But other than that, we're gonna stand back together.
But I didn't say I wasn't part of it. I'm not responsible for everybody's kids in the village. Be part of it.
Oh, yeah.
And making noise doesn't make you. I haven't said anything. No. But you don't get all mad. You don't get mad. Because you're black. Don't make it right.
It's not what you need to go to WKA. I don't care about this is telling me. He's telling me about our black men, you don't care. So why should I care about what if you don't want to ready you're speaking about our community, if you don't want to help the young children, you want an old lady like that who should have had a duck in the way, who should have had a storm, who should have the vision